Thanks for the T17 news. Just kind of itchy. Mana on a chess piece? Thanks. Yeah, it's a good format. The audio bugged out? Why was it doing? Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know why it happened. It's okay, it adds to the effect. Oh my god. Nice. That's a pretty good start. Oh, I'm still on softcore. Probably do one more build. With the swap up corpse blade hexblast build to DD. Your map clear is great, but your single target's atrocious. Well, your clear goes from, you just swap it. Your single target is great, and then your clear is atrocious. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad, but could definitely be worse. Are you free from work, Cheddar? The fucking audio bug and the stupid weather thing. I don't know what happened. I think I like slightly pulled the USB port out of the computer for the microphone. Well, it must have fixed when I actually unplugged the microphone by accident. I had to plug it back in. I don't know, gotta decide on a new build. I don't know. Holy go-go muffin enjoyer. I don't know if it'll be a short stream. I might just stream for like might stream for like 12 hours. I don't know. Maybe. 'Cause not gonna be able to stream tomorrow, so might do an all-nighter, but then on the second hand, I kinda don't like this. Well, in a couple hours, the time slot for chatters gets really annoying, so uh yeah, I don't know if I want to deal with that, so I might not. Well, I wouldn't screw up the schedule because I have to go do stuff for the next 2 days anyways.
You've got mail.
Chicken Walk 45 years in the gamer zone.
Thanks for the 45-year resub data. I don't know, I couldn't figure it out either. Let's see, what are people playing? And if you switch it from global chat to like English chat or something, I don't know. I switched to a different channel and there was way less spam shit. I mean, I think it's bad. They just they haven't really done much balance yet. So once they actually tone everything down, it's probably fine. Hmm. I don't remember when PoE 1 first came out. I just did random shit. I can't believe these guys get so many views. I think I'm actually going to make a video, and I'm going to go through all the channels and say they're shit. I think I'm actually going to do it. It's kind of bad. I'm going to say, these are shit, don't listen to them. My god, I'm just scrolling through a bunch of dog shit. About armor? What armor shit? Crossbow monk? Where'd you see that? Oh, never mind. Good cheekskin. Sweater sucks. It's itchy. It jingles though. I don't know if you can hear that. Probably not. It's probably cut out by the background noise filter. I mean, I've played DDR on occasion, but probably like 2 times. The build nobody plays, but like we all play the same thing. Well, if nobody plays it, you would know about it. Dude, auto attack build is apparently like good on for warrior. I don't know why the auto like it's like big blaster build where they use like auto mace attack, the default mace, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Why? Why do you use auto attack and not just use a skill? Just a certain mace. Yeah, it's itchy. Hmm. I do like attribute stackers. Is there anything that's like Howa but not Howa? No blade vortex. How much is Astromenace up to? First spore that deals damage based on. I think somebody did that recently. I think it was pretty good. By 120 div, 130. Yep, that's not happening. I guess you don't need it. I hover over this and I instantly see that it is not the best mercenary leveling skill. Classic. I don't know, they're probably on vacation till after the new year. Make a new build or just looking for a new build to play? I feel like kind of running out of new builds to make. Game's hitting the point. Holy. The game is hitting the point where if you want to play something, it probably already exists. Already played gas stuff though. I'm done. I don't want the build to be slow again, so probably something. Monk man. Yeah, I've tried 3 dragons.
Hold down the button for Glacial Cascade is a cold area attack that ends with a powerful spike of ice. Hitting a frozen target with the spike will do a large amount of damage. glacial cascade is a cold area attack.
So like battle mage. You cannot base a build around 32% increased spell damage. Gathering Storm.
Hold down the button for Gathering Storm to build up power before dashing through enemies, striking all in your path. Hold down the button for Gathering Storm to build up power before dashing through enemies, striking all in your path.
How come every time someone mentions RMT, they're the most cucked, cum-guzzling retard of all time? Have you guys noticed that? Yeah, I mean, I didn't imply that, Kugler. You're just projecting. Oh, there is no negative connotations in that sentence. You're just projecting your own feeling of those words. From the first unique Iganva. That's kind of a good idea. I'm gonna get something that's dog shit. Let's see. Let's do this. I'm gonna make a poll for the class. What do you use for polls now? Did straw poll shut down? Seems to be a straw. Warrior, Merc, Sork, Witch, Monk. What am I missing? Oh, Ranger. I need to download dark mode reader thing again. Alright, there we go. Oh, use the class I'm gonna play. But monk looks so fun.
Falling Thunder is a lightning area attack. If you have power charges, this skill will consume them to deal a lot more damage and
Falling
create
Thunder's
projectiles.
kinda sick.
Falling Thunder is a lightning area attack. If you have power charges, this skill will consume them to deal a lot more damage and create projectiles.
Is there a way I can have perma power charges? I think so, right?
Wind Blast knocks enemies away from you. If you hit enemies enough, Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move.
I don't know. Camera's probably just closer or something. I don't know. I moved it around. I had to move it around a bit for the weather video, so it could just be a different spot. I also moved the position of my lights.
Hand of Chayula.
You've got mail.
Apply curses and marks. Stormwave is a lightning area.
Attack speed's so slow.
Tempest Flurry is a combo of 4 lightning attacks. The third attack strikes 3 times, and the fourth calls down a powerful bolt that has a high chance to...
Pure Fizz. Yeah, but Pure Fizz looks the most boring. Go the Fizz skill.
Charged Staff consumes your power charges to grant lightning damage to your attacks.
2 free days off, you win. I don't know when they're going to release the rest of the classes. I mean, by release.
Tempest Flurry is a combo of 4 lightning attacks. The third attack strikes 3 times, and the fourth calls down a powerful bolt that has a high chance to shock enemies.
Ailment Merc with Contagion attack? No.
Frozen Locusts will explode when attacked by you or your enemies. Placing it in front of attacking enemies
Does that have a
will allow
cooldown,
you
or
to
can you
both
spam
retreat
it?
and deal damage. Frozen Locusts will explode when attacked by you. Frozen Locusts will explode when attacked by you.
Yeah, you can post it. Oh, max 1 crystal.
Frozen locusts will explode when
Boo.
attacked by you or your enemies. Placing it in front of attacking Spiral volley spins around.
Ooh. I'm gonna get the Taco Bell nuggies because of you, Bisholio. Review bra hates them. I mean, the description of them sounded good. Alright, looks like Monk's the winner. What about... Chayula Monk? Be a little hipster. Not necessarily this build. I want to see the energy shield leech though. Hey, can you take a hit? I want to see you leech. I'm playing so safe. Play like a maniac. Go. Well, he's not mana leeching much. But I guess it has to be physical damage. I don't think there. You can only leech fizz, right?
Flicker Strike is a teleporting attack. If you have power charge,
I'm not really looking for a specific type of build.
Wind Blast knocks enemies away. Tempest Bell must be charged up by hitting
Tempest Bell?
enemies with your staff. Once placed,
There's not much
Bell.
pure fizz stuff you can do.
Vaulting Impact is an effective tool for closing in on enemies and stunning them.
It looks like he leeches pretty good with the bell. That does fizz damage. He's from bleed. Probably not. Unless they made it so you can leech from ailments, but doubt it. Maybe it's converted to chaos. It's not converted, it's you just get extra. Hmm. That's got 7% attributes. Where's the +1 chaos on the trail? There it is. Deadeye minion, what the? Spaghetti build? There's no unarmed weapon thing yet, though. Or is there? There's no, like, phase breaker, right? The ancestral totem?
The Ancestral Warrior Totem will attack
should?
for you. The Ancestral Warrior Totem will attack for you, using mace skills that you have socketed into it. You can socket skills to the Ancestral Warrior Totem in the Skill Gem menu. The Ancestral Warrior Totem will attack for you, using mace skills that you have socketed into it. You can socket skills.
Okay. Yeah, but that's slow. I don't want slow build. A shield skill?
Hold down the button for Resonating Shield to repeatedly beat your shield. It will release damaging shockwaves that break enemy armor. While using this skill, you will block all
I mean, actually...
Use Shield Wall to ram your shield into the ground, creating a wall
How
of
big of a
rock.
shield can you get?
The rocks will...
Those skills don't look very good, but kind of interesting.
Use Shield Wall to ram your shield.
1327?
Use Shield Wall. Use Shield Wall to ram your shield into the ground, creating a wall of rock. The rocks will explode if slammed.
606
Use Shield
base
Wall
damage.
to ram your shield into the ground, creating a wall of rock. Hold down the button for Resonating Shield to repeatedly beat
Attack
your
damage
shield.
is terrible, though.
It will release damaging shockwaves that break enemy armor. While using this skill, you will block all blockable. Shield Charge.
Shield charge only
Shield
build.
Charge is best used for stunning a small group of enemies. This skill does more damage. And
Yeah, what
thus
if
more
though?
stun
Shield charge
based on the
only
armor value
build.
of your shield. Shield Charge is best used for stunning a small group of enemies. Shield Charge. Shield.
I don't know, I get 600 flat.
Shield Charge is best used for stunning.
I still don't know what the bad auto aim people are talking about. I have not had that problem yet. Maybe it's the way I click. That doesn't happen.
Shield Charge. Shield Charge is best.
How do I get it open without it doing the video? Oh, I just do it like this, okay. Hmm. 566 attack damage. Is that 566 scaled as flat you get? I mean, that might be actually huge. Does that scale the flat you get? I'm not sure. What does it do in PoE1? Shield Rush PoE1. Yeah, so that just has base attack damage. Heal, charge, bleed.
Hold down the button.
A shadow bit from whispering because one of your characters and I was freaking it, so all your characters got force put in SF. What? Good poison builds? Yeah, poison concoction. Hmm. Where's Giant's Blood? Damn, that's far. Hmm.
Dark Effigy raises a totem that launches chaos projectiles at any enemies affected by chaos damage over
I
time.
mean, that kind of looks like it'd be
The
OP.
more sources of chaos damage a monster is affected by, the more projectiles the Dark Effigy will throw at it. Dark Effigy raises a totem that
Oh,
launches
it's blocking the
chaos
video
projectiles.
wall. Well, it looks good. Trust me.
Dark Effigy raises a totem that launches chaos projectiles at any enemies affected by chaos damage over time. The more sources of chaos damage a monster is affected by, the more projectiles the Dark Effigy will throw at it.
Never mind, single target doesn't look like it'd be good.
Cast Profane Ritual. Enemies.
Oh, so don't have to connect to any places possible? I know a lot of places on the Atlas like are just cut off. I've noticed. Dude, I want spears. Can't believe Huntress didn't make
Snap
it.
explodes the ice on frozen enemies. Hold down the button for Incinerate to launch a jet of Flicker Strike is a teleporting attack. If you have power,
Just thinking of a build.
Mantra. When used on a shocked enemy, Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move. It's very effective when combined with skills that trigger off each attack, such as Staggering Palm. Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move. Whirling Assault deals a lot of small.
What,
Whirling
you tried
Assault
Whirling
deals a
Assault?
lot of small. Whirling Assault deals a lot.
You've got mail.
Thanks for the 2-year Prime, Rob. Does elemental expression like make shit? Is that like Wild Strike? How does it work?
As you move. It's very effective when combined. Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits.
Are these the top end? Is this level 1 or level 20 numbers?
Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move. It's very effective when
I don't know, I was thinking about this skill, right? Then you just get a bunch of passive, or, well, not passive, but shit that flies off, like...
Charged staff consumes
this one, elemental, whatever, expression.
Staggering palm
this thing is not going to be good for bosses, but... I don't know if there's enough things to make that good.
When used on a shocked enemy.
Oh, true, the Fire of the Storm? Can you link up that lightning bolt? Trigger lightning bolt. What are the numbers on that? Yeah? I guess I could just buy one and check it out. I mean, bossing, you just swap it, you just like use like 5 Tempest Bells and use Lightning Rod or whatever. Why are these bozos corrupting these with no anoint? Oops, not ignore. SF? I don't know, I'm gonna play hardcore, which the economy will basically be SF. But, I don't know. SF doesn't, I don't know. Seems kind of rough. Also make a cast with Doriani. I don't know, with armor being shit, doesn't sound good. Lightning bolt. On crit. I mean... that DPS is actually really high.
Feast on flesh.
That's a pretty high base DPS, actually. Oh, it's got a huge cooldown, though. Where did you get cooldown reduction stuff? Why did I lose? Wait, why did I lose? Oh, that's why. I'll put it together, I don't know, like 5 seconds, I just put it on. I didn't make it. Of course, these are all like the shittiest maps in the world. One zero spark build? What does that mean?
The cataclysm really did change the face of Raycraft.
Maybe there's something there. But then this thing like makes the sentences. Maybe? Oh, is there any other like uniques that give on hit stuff?
Whirling Assault deals a lot of small. Charged Staff consumes your power charges to grant lightning damage to your attacks. While the buff is active, your attacks also launch shock.
It is itchy. Dude, I want flails. It sounds sick. You know, Astromentus? Yeah, you could give it to your minions. Does anything else give you more projectiles? I have a boss in the next room? Yep. It do.
Tempest Flurry is a combo of 4 light. Tempest Bell must be charged. Flicker Strike is a teleporting attack. If you have power charge.
That's a hard decision.
Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move. It's very effective when combined with skills that trigger off each attack, such as Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move. It's very effective when combined with skills that trigger off each attack, such as Staggering Palm. Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits and can be redirected as you move. It's very effective when combined with skills that...
I don't know, it could be fun just for mapping. You have plenty of stuff for Ignite on the tree. With there needs to be more skill gems. I'm itchy.
Cast Profane Ritual on a...
What is the int first damage thing? What a sport. Decaying hack. Lead bow, holy. Yeah, ES is definitely overtuned. Doomblast is mana?
What's up, man?
Mana, yeah, dude, mana and energy shield are just crazy OP. How about some bossing? Lord Tickles. Okay, that looks terrible. It is 3k mana too. Okay, here we go. Tier 17 mount. Okay, that's really bad. This guy has 12,000 mana. This has gotta do a ton of damage on this boss. This guy has 12,000 mana. Oh, he's in full rarity gear though. Yeah, dude, with 12k mana, you could do literally anything Archmage and you're good. What was that party? I don't know. Maybe I could look through uniques, see if I find anything cool. All uniques. Old bonk? I don't know. I know what it's time to do. I want to do something kind of hipster, but I don't want it to be shit too, you know? The dilemma of the century. I mean, I could do the crossbow monk. That could be a play. It would be kind of fun. B2 Endgame. It's a good base, but there's really not much to do right now. I think it'd be in a lot better spot if you didn't like delete endgame bosses so easily with like 2 days of gear. Gotta water the guild tree. Okay, what about a thorns build? Yeah, thorns max block. Yeah, bounce messed up. Level I was? I don't know. I was like level 50 something, I think, but you can do it as soon as you unlock the zone, which is like level 20. If you like hold your shield up for 100% block, right? Like with raised shield, you still do thorns damage. This is actually good. I'm gonna guess it's not because he's in a tier 1 map. I mean, it's actually popping all the trash though. But I mean, if this is some random guy's super optimized version, it might be okay. I mean, actually, well, okay, that was because that boss used a lot of projectiles. Arguing with skeleton warriors for offering other minions get sacrificed. Any advice or skill issue? I don't know, it's just kind of fucked. It's a little punky. Not really much you can do. I had to update about my Taco Bell order. No, we haven't decided yet. I'll make the poll. I'm gonna try to do Taco Bell nuggies. HCSF? No, not yet. What do you get on the tree? Yeah, you get walk stuff. Yeah, these two are pretty bad. They're pretty bad, honestly. These are pretty bad. How hard is it to get max block chance with Turtle Charm? They would actually use weapon swap. Yeah. I've used it on all my builds. It's pretty nice for like minor changes, like for a clearing setup and a single target swap. How much is Fallen? Oh, it's cheap actually. Could go Fallen. Okay. That's probably easy. Probably easy to get max. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Like, I guess then you get above the effective max with Fallen. Barrel roll build. Hey, thanks for the 298. I'm gonna guess that's Singapore dollars. I have no idea what currency that is though. I was thinking shield charge build, which is kind of like barrel roll. A video on this? Oh, this is normal skill. That's not what I thought it was. Bow stat, you know, it's better with line, adds 3 to 11 biz damage. What do you mean? What's better than what? A new name for Deadeye character? What's the build? I've seen Hammer Titan, that's it though. Lightning. Electric minge. When I work it out, I use 7 to 15 better, or is it the higher top number? You take the average of the two numbers, so 7 to 15 is way better than 3 to 11. It's just the average of the two.
Charged staff consumes your power charges to grant lightning damage to your attacks. While the buff is active, your attacks also launch shock.
Name's not allowed. What do you mean? They don't have any name restrictions. Did they actually add name restrictions?
With killing palm equipped, monsters will display the use Wave of Frost to dodge backwards and launch a
What the fuck do I play? It's all the same shit. Every monk build's just a Tempest Spell build.
Flicker Strike is a teleporting attack. If
Yeah,
you have
for the
power
DD.
charges, the skill will consume them to teleport to random enemies and strike.
Oh no. My spacebar is like triple tapping. I really need a new I need a new I need a new keyboard.
Flicker Strike is a
Wait, you can flicker on the bell? Okay, I'm going Flicker Strike. Yeah, but you know.
Ember Fusillade conjures motes of fire that hover above
How
you.
fast can you get it to
When
charge
you stop
though?
casting, the embers will launch at your enemies.
I feel like it's really hard to get cast speed in this. Oh, plus prod works? Interesting. That's true. It's Deadeye time. Dude, Christmas should always be on a weekend. Well, I mean, it should be like on Friday leading into the weekend. Feels weird within the middle of the week. Find guilds. Probably the forums.
Vaulting Impact is an effective tool for closing in.
They are just out there darn. How's the thinking going? Not good. There's nothing left to think about. Everything is just mana stacking. Am I missing any colors here? I need a color list. Yeah, it's the hair color poll. Yellow's right here. Yeah, length same. A little shorter just to cut off the dead ends. Oh, in. I'll leave that up for a few days. Gold is blonde. Maybe maybe after like a main color gets picked, I can do another poll for specific. Oh, there's a lot of stuff you can do with hair dye.
Speak.
Cyan's blue. Actually, I've dyed all my hair like every color at once before. It looked kind of sick, but it was like $300, and that was when my hair was pretty short. And so it'd probably be like $1,000 fucking with my hair length right now. All the Minge name variations are restricted. There's no way they put a name filter now.
Pagan! You failed to liberate your brother.
I knew it.
Don't let him escape!
Look, that means techless. Hey, why am I on click now? Why do you get that impression, Cug? There's always been profanity filter. You just have it turned off in PoE 1 and didn't turn it off in PoE 2. Thanks for the reminder. Does that double the amount of jumps you get? Fresh. I can't just have the dogs out, dude. Oh, true, you probably don't get the double benefit. I don't know, but people do it. I think there's more buttons than just movement directions, so. I mean, worst case scenario, I just use it for movement and then use like a controller for hitting or something. Yeah, orange is on the orange is not missing. It's at the bottom. Feature maybe bug with not the quarter staff where you can get double the amount of auras. I get snapshots it or what? That's OP. Concoctions are good on Pathfinder, yeah. Alright. Wait, is darkness OP for one hit, for no hit, or for whatever? Wait, does the darkness reservation shit make it not count as a hit? Holy. That's crazy. Yeah, I think they're gonna do a few like big updates or whatever. would imagine, anyways. EDR pad and a Wiimote. Dude, a Wiimote, that'd be kind of fun, actually. Yeah, crossbow bill's good. Length of the campaign? I think it's fine. The zones are just shit to traverse if you don't know where you're going. I don't know, I mean, I'm just gonna go some monk shit, which honestly, you don't really have too many options with that, so it's gonna be a Tempest Bell build at the end of the day. I don't know. Flicker Strike every now and then. Monk was what was voted, so.
Regular is
Thanks, dear. Taco Bell delivery.
scammed.
What?
They consider these one piece.
No way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They do, and look. And I got the diamond scores. Hey! They gave us the wrong thing. So yeah, you can have.
Are those the only nuggies?
Yes.
You didn't get yourself some?
I ordered the deluxe things. I ordered 2 of them, and then I was like, oh well, since they came with 5, I'm gonna order the 10 piece, so then we get an extra 5. That didn't happen, so at least you get to try it.
Oh dear. One day we'll start checking. You want to take your 5?
No,
Why?
there's only 5 in there, and 5 will crumble. So no.
Well, you can still have half. Yeah, Taco Bell nuggies, but they scammed us and they consider this 1 nugget. Look at this. Holy. This is crazy, dude. 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. Oh my, they don't count them, I guess. Well, they count some of them. Okay, so there's 12. There's 12 including the tiny ones, I guess. So, I mean, it's kind of 10, actually. There's 8 regular size ones and 4 tiny ones. So, I mean, kind of not scammed. What should I watch while I eat? Oh, that crypt video with armor or whatever?
Hey guys, how's it going? Kriparian here. Today I have another Path of Exile 2 video for you guys, and it is a pretty interesting one. I wanted to kind of go over some of the things that have to do with probably one of the biggest issues in the game right now, and that is the balance between the defenses. And I think a lot of it kind of comes down to armor. And a lot of people don't understand how armor works, because they go in game and it's like, well, how much armor do I have? I have 1,559.
I can't believe they didn't explain it better.
Armor, and
Those are soul cores.
and estimated physical damage reduction 26%.
Well,
so basically, if I get hit for physical damage, I absorb 26 of it through my armor, right? No. The chance of that working in such a manner is nearly 0. Basically, the way that armor works in PoE 2 is very similar to how armor works in PoE 1. And I'll explain roughly how that is. But basically, the more damage that you take in one hit, the less of a % reduction is applied. Now, the armor formula for PoE 2 is going to be pretty similar to PoE 1, but people suspect that it's at least slightly different. They said that it's slightly different. In fact, in my experience and having played the game a lot, I believe that the armor formula is pretty much identical. I think it's maybe actually identical, but in PoE 2 you can get negative armor through like the Warbringer Ascendancy or something like that, so it's maybe a little bit different in that regard. But basically, I have been playing my initial Infernalist with stacking health and armor, because that's been a typically good thing to do in PoE 1, and I hadn't played PoE 2 before everyone else could also play PoE 2, so I thought it would continue being a good thing in PoE 2. And do I still recommend that build? And the guide is still up, of course, on Mobalytics. Yes, but when it comes to high-level content, they honestly do too much damage. I don't really know how to say it like any differently. The monsters in the highest level maps in the game, they basically do more damage than armor can possibly like absorb. And now that we have like data mine info, we know what to look for, and we have a little bit better understanding for how this works. I want to give you guys a little bit of an intro to armor so you guys can see where I'm coming from with this. So initially in my Infernalist, I had about 10,000 armor, and I basically had like 25 passive points to get it. And the armor formula is pretty complicated, but the best way to really understand armor is kind of through this thing here, where it's like a chart, and you basically get to see the percent mitigated damage with your armor rating and incoming damage. So what that means is, let's say you're going to get hit for 2,000 physical damage, and let's say you have 2,000 armor. How much damage percent do you absorb from your armor? The answer is 16%. So you can see you actually need way more armor.
So
this is a PoE 1 formula, but again, I do believe it's almost identical, if not identical, in PoE 2. So like, where does that max out? Well, it maxes out at 90. And because it maxes out at 90, it makes it so armor is really insane if you can basically crush the hit. If you have like tons of armor and the hit doesn't do that much damage, you'll actually reduce it by 90%. And the difference is vast, because the difference between like 80 and 90 is effectively taking double damage. Like if you get hit for 10 damage and you have 200 armor, you're going to reduce it by 80%. But if you have 500 armor, you're going to reduce it by 90%. So you take half as much. So it's just a massive difference here, right? So it's not an all or nothing setup, but when it comes to getting one-shotted, which PoE 2 is largely balanced around, that is certainly a factor. So how does that stack up? Well, it's pretty simple. If my character had about 10,000 armor, actually in Trade League, you can actually armor stack way harder. We've seen characters with 20,000 armor. So you have 20,000 armor. That is a whole lot of armor. If you get hit for 2,000 on 20,000 armor, you actually reduce it by 66%. And if you have any physical damage reduction percent, it would actually add on top of this. It would actually be really good. That
I don't know. It's not good
really
anyways.
Good. So how does it work?
You're not missing out on anything.
Is that actually making armor good? The answer is no, because again, this is pretty much the maximum amount of armor you can get. The armor values on gear itself is much lower, and there's no aura bonuses that give you armor like there are in PoE 1. So how hard do monsters hit? Well, let's have a look here. This is one of the big bosses, and there is a hit of just about 5,000 physical damage. And if we put the 5,000 physical damage, if you have 20,000 armor, you reduce it by 44%. Let's say you have the hit, so you can maybe survive one hit. Maybe. Again, fully investing in armor, having insane gear through trade. Like an SSF, I don't think 20,000 is really a thing. Maybe you can not get one-shotted from some of the biggest physical hits. Maybe. But again, you're committing like 25, if you're getting 20,000, probably even more passive points than that. So why is that a problem? Well, it's a problem also because when you use armor, you're typically doing armor and life is also really bad. But let's dig a little bit deeper here. If we actually see some of the other abilities, we notice that Overwhelm is in the game. So 30% Overwhelm. That's kind of interesting, because let's say that the damage is not very much. So you're at 90, right? But if it has 30% Overwhelm, you actually only reduce it by 60. So again, it's kind of like about half. You're not really, from like the bosses, like the high-level maps, the big bosses in PoE 2, with as much armor as you can possibly have, you're basically reducing their damage by half. That's pretty much the TLDR. And the answer that I want to give you guys is, that sucks. Like, it sucks a lot. All right. And I'll just kind of give you guys a little bit of understanding here. So one of the strongest mechanics in PoE 1 is to convert the damage into something else so the hit is smaller, because like if you have 20% physical damage taken as chaos damage, that means that the physical hit is only 80% of the size, so your armor is more effective against it. You're actually taking more than 20% less damage because your armor is kind of crushing the hit a little bit better. So basically, if you use Altered Flesh, if you're an Infernalist, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are, you can use it with Cloak of Flame, which has 40% physical damage taken as fire. You can actually corrupt this to potentially 50%. Even if you don't, it's 60% physical damage that you can apply your resistances to, and that's like half. So basically, if you use Cloak of Flame, you reduce the physical damage by pretty much the same value as someone who has like a maxed out armor character in PoE 2, but it costs you 0 skill points. So this level 22 armor is pretty much just as good as a fully armored out character for the sake of getting one-shotted by big hits. But a lot of the small hits, the higher armor character will do pretty well, but I would argue that a lot of the small hits, they just don't really kill you that much if you have proper defenses. Like block is so crazy with active block,
I'll be right
0
back.
investment, 100%
Oh,
block.
shoot.
A lot of the small
I
hits
hope
in the
there's
game
nothing
you
in
can
that
just use
cup that I just
active
put the
block
earbud
against.
in.
And basically it makes armor completely worthless. But there's another angle here, and it's basically using stuff like this. Like you can see I have 3000 energy shield and 900 life. If I equip this, I have 9,000 energy shield and 500 life. So I basically gain like 6,000 life from it. I basically triple my life, my effective health, by using Ghost Wraith. And that's kind of the best way to do it. The worst way to mitigate physical damage in PoE 2 is with armor. Yeah. The next best way to mitigate physical damage is to use conversion mechanics, largely with Cloak of Flame, and there's like a passive on the skill tree, you can help it along a little bit. And the best way to mitigate physical damage is to get no armor at all, and just have triple the health using Energy Shield. Yeah, that is armor that is physical damage reduction in PoE 2. And I think it's a really big problem because for the most part, Path of Exile is a game where if you really want to solve a problem, you kind of tackle it directly. And it's the first time I've seen it, especially in a game that they really tried to have some kind of fairness, these mechanics, where it's just completely backwards. Playing a life-based, armor-based character is going to work until around maps that are like tier 10, and then you're pretty much going to start getting one-shotted by everything, so your ability to progress through the new Atlas system is basically timing your dodge roll properly. And if you want to basically save 25 skill points, you can equip a Cloak of Flame. And if you want to basically just be pretty much invincible to everything, you can just use a Ghost Wraith, which is equivalent to about a 1000 energy shield armor. But instead of it being an impossible item to make, you can buy one for 1 Exalted, which you'll probably find a few of completing the first act on your first character. So that is definitely absolutely backwards. And in terms of the other defenses, there is some merit to them. If you're doing Energy Shield, it's good to have a little bit of other, kind of mitigation, so you can, splash and block, I think, is the best way. A little bit of evasion is pretty decent. But the fact that armor is so bad and Energy Shield is so good, we have this like enormous skew where all these otherwise carefully balanced mechanics in Path of Exile 2 are basically just disregarded. And I want to also mention that Ghost Wraith is currently converting the life before it gets lowered to 1 through Chaos Inoculation, meaning that you can actually use Chaos Inoculation and basically have a 1000 Energy Shield armor as well. That is one of the most common items in the game. So that's where we're at. That's why you're basically seeing every single player abandon life-based characters, because they just suck, and armor is okay to have a little bit to mitigate those really tiny hits, but stacking armor to mitigate physical damage is just not a thing. I also want to add that while I think in a conceptual format, having your armor be less effective against really potent hits is kind of cool. It is weird that they actually went with the armor formula from PoE 1, while in Path of Exile 1, mechanically, it's one of the best games ever made. I would say that the armor system, even after the many revisions over the 10 years that Path of Exile 1 has gone through, it's actually still not good, even in Path of Exile 1. Because in Path of Exile 1, you basically ignore armor, or you use the Determination Aura, which just gives you a lot of armor, and you typically don't invest in it very much, other than some Ascendancies and Hyper Armor synergies. Meaning that pretty much everyone that plays the game either doesn't get armor, or gets it through the aura, which is like half of the players. Like, I think the Determination Aura in Path of Exile 1 is the most used skill gem by a colossal margin. I don't think that's a good solution either. I really wish that they take this opportunity, because armor is so hilariously terrible in Path of Exile 2, to actually maybe rework how some of this works, because, again, I think the concept of big hits kind of crushing your armor is good, but overall, it's just not really working for Path of Exile 1 very well, and it's working terribly for Path of Exile 2. I also want to kind of add the little cherry on top there, that if you go with physical damage conversion, or if you go with just having a bunch of energy shield, you also do not get punished. If you stack armor, there's actually lots of mechanics and lots of monsters that actually break your armor, which is not good. Especially because those values are actually extremely high. So even though you might have like the most armor in the game possible, let's say 30,000 armor is possible, you're living it up, life is good, no physical damage is being dealt to you. I'm not going to worry about the other damage forms, just the physical damage. But then they're going to cast vulnerability on you and you're just going to fall over because your armor is just gone. They also made a change in like about a week into the game where they made armor break debuffs last like, I think they went from like 8 seconds to 12, or maybe they doubled the duration, I don't remember. And people are like, yeah, this is going to make Warrior so good, because now you don't have to constantly apply the armor break debuffs. Well, let me tell you a thing about these buffs that Path of Exile likes to drop on us. Whenever they're buffing something, you always want to kind of take the glass half empty approach to it, because a lot of the time the one thing that they buff only applies to like 2% of players. But anytime they change a mechanic fundamentally, the monsters are also going to be affected. So currently, the much longer duration of armor break, well, that buffed the monsters that have those abilities as well, which, while they buffed Warrior's ability to armor break, they actually nerfed everybody else's effectiveness of armor. And it wasn't very good to start. So, a few things to keep in mind. I do think that we'll see way more different character builds coming out if they actually have a meaningful address to the armor problem in PoE 2. And I hope you guys have enjoyed my talk about it. See you next time.
Alright, don't worry. You come to the right place.
I'm back.
As the printer, I have been known to make the number go up. Say hello to your new 90% belt.
35% move speed on your warrior. Effective movement speed is 24. You have -3 hidden implicit on your chest piece, and I think armor only further reduces it.
Oh my goodness. It's below! It's below! this roll. I didn't know that was possible.
What's going on here? We arguing about what early access means? Early access implies the game is ready and people are paying to get in early. This is paying for continued development on a game ready for launch. The proper terminology would be open beta. Yeah, I don't think early access has ever implied that the game's ready.
Dropou! Dropou o cinto!
It wouldn't be early if it was ready.
10%. 75, 75. 50. Ah, tá bom, eu pego 50.
I don't have the willpower to tolerate melee in this game. I tried. I did my best. I made 2 monks, I made 2 warriors. I did my best. The Stockholm's not powerful enough. It's not working.
It's a great gun. Oh, hi. Oh, God. That was this guy jumping on my lap for the first time. I did. You know why? Because Dandelion jumped on my lap and he just sat there and he looked up at me all sweetly. So I was like, oh, that's so.
Destruction.
I don't know what made you think the game's gonna say melee.
Oh shit, I just got stuck in his hand and
Melee is just always gonna be harder than ranged. There's no way around that. Melee is always harder than range. Nothing you can do to save that.
I died!
That's just how the way the world works. Like, that is just physics. Ranged is always going to be better than melee.
Holy shit.
It is true. The only reason you can make melee better is by artificially making the numbers insane, in which case it's not good because it's melee. It's good because they gave it some crazy ass numbers.
That's pretty good.
When is the Grim Dawn expansion thing? It's gotta be soon, right?
Чё, куда бьет? Я испугался, думал, сейчас рукой ударит.
I don't really remember this fight, to be honest. I'm real. It doesn't matter. Hello? Did my bleed damage just one apt?
No! What?
I don't know. The DPS numbers people are doing should not be possible in the game right now. It's kind of scary that it is. Because I don't know if they're going to be able to take that away now without people being piss babies. I'm genuinely pretty worried about that.
I need more time.
Yo, dude, that's crazy. I just went up.
Woo! It was worth the ring, dude. Okay, that was actually a hard counter.
Ok, on va faire la mécanique. Hein? T'en es oublié un?
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, but like, what if that's the reason why the player count of the game is still so high, right? Because you have all these new players coming in, and they're like, wow, this game's really easy, so they stick around. Well, I guess GGG already got their money, so it doesn't matter, actually.
I hate this game. I hate this game, dude.
I mean, it's been almost 3 weeks. New players are definitely playing some OP stuff at this point.
What the fuck is this shit?
The players you're talking about don't matter. Yeah, you're talking about the players who have never touched a keyboard or mouse. Their opinion does not matter. It doesn't matter if they think the game is easy or hard. It matters about the people who actually play the game. They're not the people you're talking about aren't playing the game. They're like hitting random keys and looking what happens.
Oh my fucking
Those
god!
people, it doesn't matter.
Stone! I'm fine. Not mad. Not mad, just bad. Okay.
Like, balance
Not
doesn't
mad.
matter at all, those people. Because they're never going to do anything that balance is, like, matters for.
Ебать.
Any reason to choose hardcore besides making it more difficult? It doesn't make it more difficult, it just makes it if you die, you lose your character. Except right now, you don't lose your character, it goes to standard. I mean, it always goes to standard, but now standard is like the normal league, but usually when there's a league, there's not, you don't, you lose,
Jakie te
yeah.
zawody najbliższe są kiedy?
Zawody, widzowie,
No.
trzeba zorganizować.
Oh, we have a boss. We can test our damage with the barrage. This is a two-part boss, right? Oh
And you see
my
this?
god.
If a new player can't do that, their opinion doesn't matter. Because they're never going to interact with anything that requires any sort of balance. Dude, what that guy just did is super, super easy. If a new player doesn't hit that point, then nothing balance related even applies to them because they're not going to do anything that requires violence.
Wait, is he disparate? Okay. 1, 2.
It's going good.
Три чарм слота и чарм эффект duration 40%. Fire resist 170 хп нахуй.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never convince those people that their opinion doesn't matter, but... The reality is, it doesn't.
Wow. Perfect exchange.
Those kind of people are, if they're arguing for like anything balance-wise, they're just stupid. Like,
how was I supposed to avoid that?
Nobody's
Are you
realistically
fucking kidding me?
making any real arguments at that point.
Look. I was getting ragdolled like a motherfucker. Like.
Ay, 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 ay.
Am I good? Or no? I'm not! Wait, I actually died! Wow.
Not yet.
My pockets are full.
Was?
I mean, like, my point, it's not fuck the noobs, it's that the
Wait.
noobs haven't experienced
What the
anything
fuck
that can
happened
be
to the second
balanced.
phase?
Yeah, I'm a melee build. I don't know, like, Karn keeps complaining about melee in this game, dude. I'm like, dude, melee's great. Melee's so strong in this game.
Modded? Nah, fine.
Wait, this is not local.
Tá, tem bicho que dá hit kill, velho. Não importa qual forte tu esteja, o bicho vai te dar hit kill.
Bob, last note, some like raspberry frozen.
Oh, motherfuckers! Santa's thirsty, baby!
I don't know. It's like it was kind of a coin flip whether GGG backpedals on something or not. How much was it? I don't know. It's probably like $30, I would guess. I don't know. It's like blue raspberry. Frozen blue raspberry. Yeah, I got the nuggets. They were okay. I don't know, Chick-fil-A is the most overrated place of all time. Alright. Yeah, Chick-fil-A. I mean, Chick-fil-A is not bad, but it is the most overrated place of all time, I think. Apart from others, no, they're exceedingly average. Well, I mean, I think Chick-fil-A is better than Taco Bell, but Chick-fil-A is like a solid 6 out of 10, but people talk about it as if it's 20 out of 10. And is like the second coming of Chicken Christ. Like, it's okay, but you know, it's not insane. In-N-Out's by far. In-N-Out is also overrated. I think Chick-fil-A is definitely better than In-N-Out. In-N-Out's like a 4 out of 10. I don't know. I don't really like chicken nuggets. Wings are better. All right. It's time for Go-Go Muffin. I might stream in the morning. Remember, more PoE anyways. I might stream more PoE in the morning. I mean, I'm gonna stream a little bit more today, later, in like 20 minutes, but after the Go-Go Muffin. But, I don't know. Maybe in the morning. Then it'll be back to full-size streams on Friday. But holiday stuff beckons.